Hey Wealth Quench family, let me ask you something. Do you work hard, earn a decent income, and still find yourself wondering where all your money went? You show up every day, you put in the hours. You earn a decent income, enough that by now you thought you'd be further ahead. You're not wasting money, you're not reckless, you're not living lavishly, and yet, by the end of every month, the account balance says the same thing. Almost nothing left. You wonder, is it just the economy? Am I doing something wrong, or is there something I'm not seeing? If that's been your story, know this. You're not alone, and you're not broken. You may simply be caught in a system designed to keep hardworking people just getting by. In this video, we're uncovering 7 silent financial traps that drain your money without you realizing it, and they're keeping millions of people exactly where they are. And, more importantly, how you can break free from each one. Trap number 1. Lifestyle creep. When your spending rises with your income. You finally got that raise, or maybe you picked up a new client, landed a better job, or started seeing real growth from your side hustle. You're earning more than you were a year ago, and that should be a good thing, right? But here's what often happens. Without even realizing it, your lifestyle starts to expand to match your new income. You move into a nicer apartment. You swap your old car for something sleeker. You eat out more, shop a little more freely, and start saying yes to the small luxuries you used to say no to. Individually, these choices might feel well-deserved, and honestly, they often are. But together, they start stacking up. The subscriptions, the upgrades, the more expensive grocery store, the travel. All of it. And slowly, the financial breathing room you thought you gained, it disappears. You're back in the same spot, living paycheck to paycheck. Only now, the numbers are just bigger. This is what we call lifestyle creep. It doesn't shout. It doesn't show up all at once. It tiptoes in, disguised as progress. Here's how you protect yourself. The next time your income increases, pause. Don't automatically adjust your lifestyle. Instead, commit a portion of that new income to something that builds your future, like savings, investing, or paying down debt. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy your money. It means you enjoy it with intention, not reaction. Because true financial freedom comes not just from earning more, but from keeping more, and then multiplying what you keep. Trap number 2. Hidden debt, the commitments you forgot you made. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked and most underestimated money traps. Hidden debt. Now, when we think of debt, we imagine big things. Car loans, student loans, maybe a mortgage. But hidden debt? It's sneakier. It disguises itself as convenience. It's the new phone you grabbed on a monthly plan, the couch you bought with a 0 interest for 12 months offer, the streaming services quietly billing you every 30 days, the buy now, pay later clothes you forgot about, even the gym membership you haven't used since February. Each one feels small, harmless even, but over time, these little commitments start stacking up, and before you know it, a significant chunk of your income is already committed before you've even had a chance to decide what to do with it. You're not overspending, you're not splurging, but somehow your money still feels like it disappears the moment you earn it. So how do you break out of this trap? Start with clarity. Open up your bank statement or budgeting app and make a full list of every recurring payment coming out of your account, no matter how small or normal it feels. Write them all down. Subscription services, installment plans, automatic credit card minimums, insurance add-ons, app memberships, even that old fitness tracker subscription you forgot you had. Next, ask 3 key questions for each item. Do I still use this? Do I truly need this? Can I cancel, finish paying off, or reduce this? You'll be surprised how much you're spending on things you don't even value anymore. Prioritize eliminating the small debts that are costing you monthly fees or interest. Then, use that freed-up money to either pay off larger debts faster, build your emergency fund, or start investing. Even freeing up just $50 or $100 a month can give you breathing space, mentally and financially. The point isn't just to spend less, it's to reclaim ownership of your income. Because when you stop leaking money into forgotten commitments, you can finally start directing your money towards your real goals. Trap number 3. No emergency fund, living on the edge of crisis. Life has a way of showing up uninvited, and usually at the worst possible moment. A sudden illness, A burst pipe, the car won't start and you need it for work. Or worse, your employer calls you in and says the words no one wants to hear. We have to let you go. These moments don't wait for when you're financially ready. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck without a financial cushion, even a small emergency can feel like an earthquake. The result? You might skip a bill, swipe your credit card again, or borrow from a friend just to stay afloat. But the real danger isn't just the emergency itself. It's the chain reaction it can trigger. One missed bill leads to late fees. Credit card debt starts to pile. Your stress level rises. Your focus at work suffers. And suddenly, a $200 issue has cost you so much more, financially and emotionally. That's the harsh reality when you don't have an emergency fund. You're not living, you're constantly reacting. But here's the truth. Building an emergency fund is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward financial stability. And no, it doesn't have to start big. Begin with what you can. Even setting aside $5 or $10 a week makes a difference. That's less than the cost of one meal out. Over a year, it adds up to hundreds. Money that's ready when life throws you a curveball. Open a separate savings account, ideally one you don't see every day. Give it a name like Peace Fund or Life Cushion. Then set up an automatic transfer, so saving happens without needing constant willpower. If you get a tax refund, a gift, or a small windfall, consider putting a portion into that emergency fund. And remember, this isn't money you invest. It's not for vacations or shopping. This is insurance, a financial safety net for the unexpected. Because when life gets unpredictable, and it always will, you'll be glad you gave yourself that buffer. Not just to avoid debt, but to protect your peace of mind, your focus, and your ability to move forward without fear. In a world where most people are one emergency away from crisis, this fund could be your first step toward true financial freedom. Trap number 4, lack of financial education. Working hard but getting nowhere. From a young age, most of us were taught that success comes from hard work. Work hard in school, get a good job, earn a decent salary, and life will work itself out. But here's the part nobody warned us about. Hard work alone doesn't guarantee financial progress. You can clock in early, stay late, even take on side hustles. But if you don't know how to budget, invest, save strategically, or protect what you earn, it can feel like you're on a treadmill, moving fast but staying in the same place. And it's not because you're lazy or irresponsible. It's because no one ever taught us this stuff. Money was a hush-hush topic in most households. Schools rarely covered anything beyond basic arithmetic. And unless your parents were financial planners, chances are you were left to figure it out on your own, through trial, error, and expensive lessons. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Financial literacy is a skill, just like driving or cooking. You don't need to become an expert overnight. You just need to start. Begin with one step. Pick up a beginner-friendly personal finance book like The Psychology of Money or Your Money or Your Life. Subscribe to One Money podcast or YouTube channel, like this one, that explains financial concepts in plain language. Set aside 30 minutes a week, just half an episode of your favorite show, to grow your money knowledge. Learn what terms like compound interest, inflation, and asset allocation really mean. Learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. Learn how to budget in a way that fits your lifestyle. Because here's the truth. Earning money is just the beginning. The real power comes when you know what to do with it, how to keep it, grow it, and make it work for you long after you've stopped working. And the earlier you begin learning, the more empowered your future will be. Financial education turns your income into impact. Don't just work for money. Learn to make it work for you. Trap number 5. Waiting too long to start investing. Losing time, not just money. When it comes to building wealth, there's one thing more valuable than money, and that's time. But most people don't realize this until it's too late. We tell ourselves, I'll start investing when I earn more. I need to pay off a few things first. I don't want to lose money. I'll wait until I know more. And in the process, years go by. The problem isn't that you didn't invest a lot. The problem is that you didn't start early enough. Because when it comes to investing, Time is the secret weapon. It's not just how much you invest, it's how long it has to grow. Let's say you start investing $100 a month at age 25. By the time you are 55, with compound growth, you could have over $150,000, even without ever increasing that monthly amount. But if you wait until 35 to start, you'll need to invest nearly double each month to catch up, and even then, you'll still end up with less. Waiting doesn't just delay your goals, it steals your options. It means working longer, stressing more, and having less freedom later. So let's shift that mindset. You don't need a six-figure salary to begin investing. You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need to start early, small, and consistently. Here's what you can do. Open a basic investment account. Many platforms let you start with as little as $10 or $20. Look into low-cost index funds or ETFs. These are simple, diversified, and don't require constant monitoring. Automate your contributions, so you invest a fixed amount every month, whether the market is up or down. And most importantly, think long-term. Don't chase quick wins. Let time and consistency do the heavy lifting. Because the earlier you begin, the more your money works for you, even while you sleep. Investing isn't just for the rich. It's how people become financially secure in the first place. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, learn as you go, and let compound growth do what it does best. Turn time into wealth. Trap number 6, trying to keep up. Spending to match expectations, not goals. Already at that. Let's talk about one of the most draining traps, not just financially, but emotionally. Trying to keep up. These days, comparison is constant. Scroll through social media, and you'll see people your age, or younger, jet-setting to Bali, buying a new car, building their dream home, or announcing yet another business launch. And even if you're earning decently and managing okay, suddenly, it doesn't feel like enough. That vacation you hadn't even thought about now feels like something you should do. That phone that still works fine now seems outdated. So you start spending. Not recklessly, but reactively. You say yes to the nights out. You swipe the card for upgrades. You stretch your budget just to look like you're doing just as well as the people around you. But here's the hard truth. Many people living loud on the outside are carrying quiet, financial stress on the inside. They're paying for those Instagram moments with credit. They're one missed paycheck from a crisis. And by trying to keep up with that image, you risk falling behind on what actually matters for your life. So how do you break free? It starts with clarity. Ask yourself, what does financial success look like for me? Not your neighbor, not your former classmate, not the influencer you follow. Maybe your goal is to be debt-free in 5 years. Maybe it's saving for your child's education. Maybe it's having enough to walk away from a toxic job one day. Define that vision. Write it down. Let it anchor you. Then use it as a filter for your spending decisions. Before you say yes to that purchase, ask, is this helping me reach my goal? Or pulling me further from it? And remember, real wealth often looks boring from the outside. It's the person driving an older car because they've paid off their mortgage. It's the family that skips a flashy vacation this year to finish building their emergency fund. It's the quiet, focused decisions that rarely get posted, but make all the difference later. Let your money reflect your values, not your insecurities, because financial peace isn't loud, it's steady, it's intentional, and it's built by people who stopped chasing approval and started chasing freedom. Trap number 7, relying only on active income, trading time for money forever. This is the trap most people don't even realize they're in until it's too late. You work hard. You show up every day, you earn your paycheck. But here's the catch. Your income stops the moment you stop working. That's called active income, money that only comes in if you trade your time, your energy, your presence. And it's fine, until it isn't. What happens if you get sick? What if you want to take a break? What if the job disappears? If your entire livelihood depends on being present, alert, and productive 24/7, you're always one step away from financial instability. And sadly, This is where so many middle-class earners get stuck. They earn well, but they can't stop. They don't rest. They can't afford to, because their money is tied to their ability to perform. And while hard work is noble, it's not scalable. You only have so many hours, so much energy, so much time. It's time to shift. Don't quit your job. Don't stop working hard, but begin building income that doesn't rely solely on your day-to-day effort. That's what we call passive income, and it's how you slowly move from just surviving to securing your future. Start with what you can. Invest in assets, stocks, index funds, or dividend-paying shares that grow over time. Louis, create something once that can keep earning, like an online course, a digital product, or a YouTube channel. Buy a rental property or join a REIT if real estate interests you. Even a side hustle that grows with time can become semi-passive if you build systems. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. What you need is intention and consistency. Begin small. $20 into an investment account. 1 hour a week learning a new skill. Because over time, the goal is this: let your money start working for you. So when you want to rest, when life happens, when you just need a break, you won't panic. You'll have something that keeps earning even while you're not. That's not a dream. That's a strategy. And the earlier you start, the stronger your safety net becomes. Active income gives you today. Passive income gives you tomorrow. Build both. That's how you build real wealth. So what now? You've seen the traps, the silent ways money slips through your fingers, even when you earn well. If any of these traps felt a little too familiar, you're not alone. Many people earning decent incomes quietly wrestle with the same struggles, wondering why their money never stretches, despite working hard and doing their best. The truth is, no one hands us a playbook. Most of us figure out money by trial and error, often at a cost. But now that you see the patterns, you're already ahead of the curve. Awareness is powerful, and even one small shift can change everything. So start simple. Not everything needs fixing overnight. Cancel one unused subscription. Set up an emergency fund with just a few dollars a week. Pick up a book or video that explains investing in plain language. These aren't huge leaps. They're steady, intentional steps. And that's how real financial change happens. Remember, wealth isn't built by earning alone. It's built by choosing differently, bit by bit, day by day. And that's what we're about here at Wealth Quench, helping you make money decisions that actually serve your life. So if this video gave you clarity, insight, or even just a wake-up call, subscribe. There's more ahead. Practical tools, real stories, actionable advice. Let's keep building, not just a better income, but a better life.